Hello Mallards, it is Wednesday and this evening I'm going to watch Agatha All Along episode 7, so I thought I should talk about Agatha All Along episode 6 since I haven't done that yet. We're just gonna go through the things that I wrote down as I watched, starting with Billy backstory, so exciting, and he's actually Jewish. Really thrilled that they kept that. I know a lot of people in the fandom who are very excited by that. Also, his singing was so pretty. I am not Jewish and I don't understand all the intricacies of the bat mitzvah and like everything that was going on there. But I have watched some videos by Jewish creators who said that there were like certain things about the way that he was singing and different bits that he chose to read out or were chosen to read out that kind of related. But mostly I just thought, wow, this kid has quite the singing voice. And then we saw Lilia and she read a broken lifeline into his fortune, which was a bummer because I know what that means. I mean, it's good news for me as a person who's a fan of Wiccan, but it was not so good news for poor Billy Kaplan. Sorry, I guess he's William Kaplan at that point. And then Lilia put the sigil on him. And I get maybe why she did it. But in that moment, I realized that it's because of Lilia's sigil that Wanda couldn't find him. And that means that I had to suffer through Multiverse of Madness because of Lilia. Because if she hadn't put that sigil on, then Wanda would have been able to find Billy just like chilling in the next town over and could have reunited with him, and then maybe together they could have walked the road and found his brother. Because we haven't figured out what happened to Tommy yet, but like... and wouldn't have had to have this ridiculous villain story that I really don't like. I would have been so much happier. Lilia, you ruined it. But I do, in a world where Multiverse of Madness already exists, I really like the way this is done because it explains exactly why Wanda wasn't able to find Billy even though he was around. But, oh my goodness gracious. I'm so upset all over again about Multiverse of Madness. Just think about the happiness that I could have had if they had just let Wanda keep her children or any of the growth she made during WandaVision. Anyway, let's get back to Agatha All Along. The next thing I just wrote, OMG, the wreck, a vacant body and a second lifeline. And then I said, poor Billy, because just seconds ago he says goodnight to his twin, and then he woke up in this car, and that's hard. And then Alice was there as the, like, cop during the wreck, and all I thought was, wow, did he just, like, meet everybody before he met them at the road? And he's so sweet, and it's so rough to not remember anything. But I also don't think he remembered being Billy Maximoff during that bit either. And so he knew that maybe he wasn't who he thought he was, but he didn't know who he was. And so that started me wondering, did the sigil like even work on him because he is also a witch? So like he couldn't know himself. And that's really kind of sad. And like his poor parents and him hearing their thoughts. Like, I feel like my heart was just bleeding all over during this episode. I felt so bad for everyone involved. Like, it's really tough for his parents because now they have a totally different kid. And it is really tough for him because he doesn't want to disappoint these people who, like, for all intents and purposes are his parents. And he loves them. And that's really tough. But it was all fixed by Eddie because gay and boys kissing. And Eddie is really sweet and so supportive and so accepting. and just an absolutely banner boyfriend. And I also was thinking about, I think this is the second boys kissing we've had in Marvel, right? Because the guy in Eternals was married and he kissed his husband. But have we had any girls kissing? Somebody remind me if we have and I've just forgotten about it, but I don't think so. I think the boys kissing has been allowed, but girls kissing hasn't. So I'm gonna need you to let Rio and Agatha kiss before the end of this series, because the tension there is real, and clearly you are not against gay kissing. So let's get on that. Then I just wrote, we stand a supportive man, which is so true. I've known Eddie for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to him, I'd go postal. What is the quote? I'd kill everybody in this room and then myself. Yeah. He's amazing. Also, I love the writing in the show. I really liked, no distractions, please. I'm gonna need you to hide those arms. They're so gay and so cute. And then him showing Eddie all of the research, and Eddie just like taking it in stride and willing to help him and to go meet a stranger. And I was like, ooh, who's this person gonna be? And then it's Pietro, or fake Pietro, whatever his real name was. And they even said it in the episode, but I did not care. It was Pietro. And I really loved like all of the things he was doing to keep witches away, and all the spells and all the kind of stuff that he had and the repellent. I thought that was really cool and really great. And then that he said Tommy and Billy went like, that sparked something. Oh, that was so good. And it was the confirmation that I obviously needed, that his whole journey is to find Tommy, which once I had started to feel like he probably was Wiccan, I had figured he was there to find his brother, but it's nice to hear him say that out loud. And then Eddie said, "You're my black heart," which is very gay and very cute. And also really interesting because black heart is what... So Agatha ate the paper because what was on it was a black heart. And we assumed that was Rio because Rio talks about having a black heart and it only beating for Agatha. And maybe that's true. But also, maybe it was Billy because he is Eddie's black heart. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was so good. And they were so cute. And then we got Billy's POV of the curse and encountering Agatha, and that was a delight. And then I've seen a bunch of supercuts of those two scenes side by side, and it's so freaking fun. Like, what a difference to see it from Agatha in the curse and him outside of the curse. I had a blast with all of that. And then him just declaring, "I'm Billy Maximoff. Damn right, boy. You go." And then, of course, we're back on the road. And I loved seeing Agatha again. But I really wrote, oh no, does that mean no more lovely jacket? But I really liked that jacket. But she took it off because the mud ate it. And man, I'm upset about that. I also liked her being like, I've killed my share. Really great writing for Agatha in this. I really like the characterization and I've had a lot of fun with that. And I also love that she is still supporting Billy. Like, how very Agatha of her to hate you but also try and help you, which she also did to Wanda, to be fair. And that's sort of Agatha Harkness's deal in the comics too, is she's like tough love taken to an extreme, where like she does things that will eventually help you, but in the moment they really suck. And she doesn't do them to be nice. She often does them for her own agenda. But I did enjoy that. Also, I really liked You really are a Maximoff. Otherwise, none of this would be nearly as dramatic. And that is so true. So true, Agatha. So true. If there is one thing that this family has definitely been in the MCU and also outside of the MCU, it's dramatic. The Maximoffs are dramatic. In fact, they might put the Summer family to shame, and that is a very tall order. I also really liked last one there is a nice person. I'm not that nice. Just chef's kiss. I loved it so much. I had forgotten how much I adore Wiccan, but I loved this episode. I really, really liked getting to know Billy, and I can't wait to watch the next episode tonight. And I'm really, really, really enjoying this show. So let me know what you thought of this episode, and I'll see you tomorrow.